So here's a wild thought for you. What if everything you've ever learned about history is, well, wrong? I don't just mean a little biased, I mean fundamentally incomplete. Today, we're diving into a pretty radical idea that AI is about to rewrite our entire past. We're talking about a shift from history as a collection of stories to history as something much closer to cold, hard, objective truth. And that really brings up a massive question, doesn't it? For as long as we've been around, our past has felt like this giant jigsaw puzzle, but with most of the pieces just gone. So, is it possible? Can AI finally find all those missing pieces, put them together, and show us the real, unfiltered story of us? I mean, let's face it, the way we've studied history up until now has some serious flaws. It's always been based on the few records that just happen to survive, right? And usually, those records were written by the winners, the people in power. So what we're left with is a story with huge, gaping holes in it, full of guesswork and a whole lot of interpretation. But here's the thing. A new technology is coming, and it's a total game changer. It promises to fill in all those missing pages for us. We're talking about AI, and it's set to transform history from, an art of interpretation into an actual science of precise, calculated fact. Okay, so how is this all going to happen? Well, it's not like flipping a switch. It's more of a journey, really, through three key stages of AI's evolution. First up, we've got artificial narrow intelligence, or ANI. That's the stuff we have right now. Then comes artificial general intelligence, AGI, and way out on the horizon is the really wild one, artificial superintelligence, or ASI. All right, let's start with level 1, ANI, which is all about unearthing buried information. Think of this as the archaeologist's ultimate super tool, and it's already here, changing everything. So what exactly is ANI? Well, picture it like a master craftsman who is absolutely brilliant at one single thing. It can translate an ancient text, or scan satellite images, or piece together DNA, but it can't do all three. It is a total specialist, and that laser focus is exactly what makes it so powerful. And this isn't science fiction. We are seeing this in action right now. AI tools can look at a broken piece of a Roman inscription and figure out the missing text with over 70% accuracy. And get this, they're even managing to read the charred, completely unopenable scrolls from Herculaneum. These were texts we thought were lost to history forever, but not anymore. It's also got this incredible ability to see things that are totally invisible to the human eye. By scanning huge amounts of satellite and LiDAR data, it can pick up on the faint outlines of ancient ruins hidden deep under a jungle canopy or buried beneath desert sands. The Nazca lines in Peru are a perfect example. The number of known lines just skyrocketed in a matter of months after they started using AI. It's just incredible. And it's not just about finding cities or reading old texts. ANI is digging deep into our own biology. It's taking tiny, shattered fragments of DNA from thousands of years ago and piecing them back together. And from that, we can map out ancient migration routes and even trace the history of diseases. So what you have to realize is that ANI is giving us these incredibly detailed, super high-definition snapshots, little pieces of our past. Okay, so finding all these pieces is amazing, but that's really just step one. The next level up, which some people think we'll start seeing around 2030, is AGI. This is where AI stops being just a tool that finds the puzzle pieces and becomes a partner that helps us understand what the whole puzzle actually looks like. Right, so an AGI is a whole different beast. It's not a specialist anymore. This is an AI with a broad, human-like intelligence. It can learn, it can reason, and it can apply what it knows to all sorts of different problems, all while having the insane processing power of a supercomputer. It's a true partner. Now, think about what this means for the biggest mysteries in history. An AGI could take all those little fragments that ANI found, climate data, economic records, DNA, cultural texts, and mash them all together. It could run these massive simulations to finally give us a logical explanation for why the Roman Empire fell, or why the Mayans abandoned their cities. And maybe even cooler, it could go beyond the big stories of kings and empires. It could look at things like garbage dumps and settlement patterns to reconstruct the lives of everyday normal people, the ones history completely forgot. But here's the crazy part. Even AGI is just a stop along the way. Its job is to build the best, most persuasive story it can from the data we have. The next stage, ASI, well, it doesn't bother with stories. It establishes objective fact based on the fundamental laws of physics. The jump from one to the other is, well, it's almost unbelievable. And that brings us to the final level, the one that's honestly hard to even wrap your head around. Level 3, artificial superintelligence. This is the ultimate narrator, where AI stops interpreting the past and starts perfectly reconstructing it. To be clear, we are talking about an intellect that is just monumentally smarter than the smartest human who has ever lived in every single field. Its abilities are still theoretical, of course, but an ASI would grasp the basic workings of the universe in a way that, to us, would seem nothing short of godlike. Okay, so brace yourself because this is where things get truly wild. An ASI wouldn't need to dig up ruins or read ancient scrolls. The theory is that it could analyze the incredibly faint quantum traces that every single event leaves on matter itself. Think of it like the universe's memory. It could then use that information to computationally rewind time. It could literally reconstruct any moment in history down to the atom and show us what actually happened. No propaganda, no biased accounts, no faulty memories, just the objective truth. Okay, so let's zoom out and put this all together. What we're really watching is this incredible evolution of history itself, from story to pure data. This table really lays it all out, doesn't it? You can see the whole progression. We start with ANI, which is basically a tool for us analysts, finding these high-precision fragments. Then we move up to AGI, our co-researcher, which takes all that data and builds a convincing narrative. And the final step is ASI, the ultimate narrator of history, which doesn't give us a narrative at all, but just objective fact. And really, that's the whole ball game right there. For thousands of years, history has been a story. But with AI, it's on a path to becoming calculated fact. The transformation is just immense. Just think about how personal this could get. Imagine a world where the past isn't some distant, foggy thing. We could actually know the struggles, the joys, the everyday lives of our own ancestors with a clarity that would feel like we were right there with them. So I want to leave you with this one last question. If you had this power right now to know the absolute unfiltered truth about just one single historical event, what would you pick? What's the one mystery you'd have to solve? Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in.